Hi all, welcome back to my channel. This is Govardhan. Over here, we discuss about the Indian benchmark indices in according with the global chaos. So, without any further delay, let's quickly take a look into how the markets have been today. That's on Friday, 27th of August, and are going to be there. So, let me just quickly bring up the chart for you. Okay, so on the screen, what you see is Nifty 5-minute daily chart on the left side and 3-minute chart on the right side. So we again tested the all-time high today, and we just breached that one candle, and then until 3 o'clock, where we again crossed 7-1. That was the previous high, 1671. That was on 25th of August. So we just barely touched 16,720, if I'm not wrong, 721. 722.05 is the all-time high now, and then we quickly retrace back to close 16,700 levels. So right now, if you see, we just a couple of minutes away for the day's close of Nifty and the Indian markets. But before that, let's quickly take a look into how the markets have been today. So yesterday you can see that it was sort of range bound day, like we discussed in this morning video, completely between 16,700 and 16,500. Honestly, it stuck to 16,600 itself, although the open interest at 16,600 PE was not that great compared to 16,500 PE. But anyway, it was in a range bound move of 100 points, and we almost traded in that range yesterday in a complete day. So yesterday, if you see, the low was 16,603 and high was 16,683, well below 16,700 and well above 16,500. So that was the range that we spoke in yesterday's morning video too, and that's where we remained. So coming back to today, how did it pan? So we opened on a fairly decent note today. So let's quickly take a look into what happened today. Okay, so this is where we opened. We opened slightly below yesterday's close. So yesterday's close was 16,631 and today's open was 16,609. It's just like 22 points below yesterday's close. And we quickly retraced back upside, and then we again tried testing the downside too. We fell way below 16,600. Today's close was 16,560. From there, where 16,552 was our support, it just retraced back all towards the fresh highs. So that's something to quickly take a note on. And if we see the Nifty futures front, we can actually see the volumes, how they fade up today. So there's a quite significant volume honestly in this part, and I think we are looking for a pretty eventful day on Monday, because this is the third time that we've tested the all-time high. We still are cautious since we haven't come with a good volume to cross that. So it would be a test for Monday. Right now, it would be a decent thing to carry a long position in Nifty, but the advice would be to carry a hedged long position, because over the weekend or right after the markets, any small news also could trigger a sell-off. So that aside, let's quickly take a look into the open interest. So this 16,600 P, there's heavy open interest, and 16,700 call, there's heavy open interest. But compared to 16,700 call, there's heavy open interest in 16,600 put. So these both levels are now sort of going to act as support and resistance. So if you actually see 16,600 P is what we are looking at, 16,700 call, and then probably we have 16,700 put also on the screen, and 16,600 call. So if you consider all of them, they're fairly positioned, but 16,700 call and 16,600 PE are where there's heavy open interest right now. So those parts would be very much interesting, honestly. And also 16,700 put has a decent OI built up as much as equal to 16,700 call. So that's quite some means now, because any further up move would lead to a heavy short covering of 3.9 million contracts. So I think that would be pretty much interesting to watch out on Monday. So that's about Nifty, but let's quickly take a look into Bank Nifty also, where we are. So if you see Nifty, we've been in an upward trajectory in whole day, and yes, there were wild swings in a couple of candles, but aside that, it's been a pretty much positive day, honestly, for the board, for the markets, in terms of blue chips and indices. So let's quickly take a look into Bank Nifty also. So again, see, on the left side we are seeing Bank Nifty daily chart, and on the right side it's on the 3 minutes time frame. Quickly do this. Okay, so this is Bank Nifty. So yesterday we sort of took a support at the downside and resisted on the upside. So 800 was what we spoke as resistance. That's where we retraced back from. 785 was the all-time high, was the day high yesterday, and yesterday's low was 411. We just I think it was just in a couple of candles where we tested the below 35,500, then quickly retraced back up of that level. So yeah, just candles in the beginning. That was today's. To see yesterday, yeah, it's more or less similar. We just retraced, tested in the beginning of the morning, early morning candles. That was 9:15, 9:20 candle, and post that we just retraced back towards upside. So that was how the momentum was yesterday. It was completely a range bound mode. But coming back to today's scenario, what has happened in Bank Nifty space, it sort of hasn't performed as much as what Nifty has performed to. It's almost like closing flat. Yesterday the close was 35,617, and today it's hovering around the same levels. So it's been a very much flat day, unlike Nifty or Bank Nifty. So Monday would again be a decider for Bank Nifty, and also this would be a deciding factor for Nifty's up move. Because except Reliance and banking scripts, most of the scripts have been performing in Nifty 50 index. So for any further up move on Nifty, the banking space would also be a crucial thing. I believe it would be a pretty much eventful day. So let's quickly take a look about the OI part also, and wrap up for the day. So it's Bank Nifty weekly. Let's see where we are on that. Just a minute, and it's loading. So that's about that was the chart of Bank Nifty, and let's quickly check into the open interest of what's happening. So let me just bring up 35,600 PE also and 35,500 CE also. That would be the two contracts where Nifty has hovered, Bank Nifty has hovered today completely. So if you see this heavy put writing built up at 35,500, which is sort of acting as a good support level right now, and at the same time there's steep decline in 35,500 call writing also, that is indicating a slight bullishness, but yes, we need to wait for the next week's action to exactly understand the OI part, because today is the beginning of the expiry week and the fresh month also, so there won't be much of a takeaway from the OI analysis right away. So because theta needs to be factored in for a while and people take fresh positions, although they have roll forward it. And one more critical aspect is the leverage or margins going away, because the fourth and final leg of SEBI's timeline is here now, and 1st September is the last date. Sorry, 1st September would be 31st August is last date, and 1st September there would be the new margin time zones completely. So I'll be making a fresh video on that, and I'll try to upload that during the weekend. But aside that, I think we're fairly placed for BN also, right? And markets closed, so we sort of closed almost flat, and 10 points over yesterday's close. So pretty much interesting. And then eventful range day after 11:30 today, because we stuck to one range of almost like just 100 points in Bank Nifty also. So I think that's about BN for now. Let's see where we head during the next week. So look forward for some interesting things during the weekend. Aside that, I think have a good weekend and a good Friday night. Thank you for having me. Also, in case you haven't already subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Go hit the subscribe button. Thanks a lot. Stay safe. Bye.